Good afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are, wherever you may be. Thanks for joining us as we are live from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm all right. I'm jealous. I haven't been to this park since 2005, and I grew up going to it, so I saw all the changes. So I wish I could be in your shoes right now, or at least with you anyway.
Yeah, that would be. It would be nice to have a cruising buddy because I am solo today.
Well, I'll do the best I can from here in Orlando.
Great. Well, yeah,
You
we
guys,
just
I was gonna say, everybody, we are live. Feel free to comment, ask questions, everything like that. We'll do our best to answer and accommodate. Hi, Gene. How are you?
hello.
All
Yeah,
right,
so
Alex, what's going on?
this is the first day the park is open with attractions. They, long history of the park. Originally opened as Marine World. During the summer, they reopened as the Marine World Experience. It was all of their animal encounters and animal shows in a socially distant setting. But this is the first day California is allowed to operate theme parks, and because they had been kind of operating in some capacity, this park was ready to go. I believe this and Six Flags Magic Mountain are the only two theme parks that are open today on this first day that they're allowed to operate.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
Magic Mountain was open as well today. I thought that was a little bit later.
I looked it up last night, so they're doing the
Okay.
same thing. So today, this is open just for Six Flags members. There's been a lot of talk about Disneyland's membership program and what that might entail, but
Yep.
Six Flags they still do the season passes, and I believe now those are park specific. And then the new membership programs there's different tiers of them, but those allow you to go to any Six Flags park. It's a monthly fee, and
Okay.
there's different tiers. So I have the Diamond Elite tier, which basically gives you two fast passes. They call it Flash Pass, Flash, the DC superhero. But it gives you two of those every time you visit. You obviously can
Nice.
visit any park in their category, which includes water parks. And there is one here in the Bay Area in Concord that I have yet to go to.
Waterworld? Is it still called Waterworld?
They
Or is it
changed the name.
Okay.
They changed the name back to what's their Aquatica? No, that's SeaWorld.
Hurricane Harbor.
Hurricane Harbor. It is.
Yep.
It is a Hurricane Harbor branded park, which is Six Flags general water park theme. And then here is the park map for the park. There are some kind of themed areas. It's not uncommon for Six Flags. We're at the main entrance, which is you can see is kind of sandwiched between roller coasters. So to get here, you walk or ride a tram basically into part of the park, which was built out over the original parking lot, and then now parking is way far away.
And if I remember right, it's still very much the old parking lot too, just with roller coasters in it.
Yeah. So this area over here is called Sky. It's land, sea, sky, and then there's DC Universe, which is the newest area of the park. So this is Sky, this is land, this is sea, and then this is DC Universe. So we're going to go check out all those. And then obviously, like other places, we've got some mask break zones. Face masks are required to enter and be here in the park. So
David wants to point out that Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk also opened today.
That's
with rides.
Right. You are correct, David. And we will be going there. I should say I will be going there next week. And it'll be my first time. I've never been to Santa Cruz before.
And Lori Jean, say good morning to you too, Alex.
Good morning, Lori Jean. Got a nice little giraffe over here. Now, so they've just finished up Renaissance Days, but actually it looks like some of the Renaissance Fair people are here. They had partnered with the Northern California Renaissance Fair for the month of March. They were open just on weekends. So we still have some of those. The Christmas tree is still here.
I was like, that's the Christmas tree.
Yeah, underneath that is a fountain with dolphins.
Yeah,
that's very pretty.
Okay. My question is I remember that because, like I said, I grew up going to this place when it was Marine World Africa USA, long before Six Flags had anything to do with it, and that was one of the things I remember most was the dolphin fountain.
Yeah, so yeah, it looks like the Renaissance Days might have been extended even, because originally those were scheduled in March. But we've got all the signs. I saw one sign out front, and at first I thought, they forgot to take that down. But now I'm thinking it's been extended. Some booths have cleared out, though. There were booths all in here last time I visited. And also there was there was a food stand here that was selling turkey legs. It has disappeared. It was literally right here on the ground. So maybe no turkey legs. In terms of safety compliance for Six Flags, they have this policy, do the six. I'm sure we'll hear it over the speaker system at some point, but it's number 1, wear your mask. Number 2, wash your hands. Number 3, cover your cough. Number 4, keep your space. Number 5, sanitize often. And number 6, most important, have fun.
And number 7, stay in character and play the part.
So, the 4 keys basics.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool. Looks like a little marketplace still.
Yeah, and then this is the main area for member services right here. This Explorer Outpost, and that's where, as a member, you would go to redeem your passes to pick your 2 attractions that you're gonna skip the lines for.
I'm trying to remember because I remember going in and distinctly on the right, maybe it was a little bit further down, was the Killer Whale Stadium.
Yeah,
but so might be further down.
The stadium is still there. It's yonder, and we'll be going over there. It is Dolphins though now. They have They have, I think, in the wake of Blackfish, the killer whales moved out. Also, animals.
In fairness, it was back in the day. It was both of them in the same stadium, but now it's just dolphins.
Oh, it was
that
dolphins
makes more sense.
and orcas in the same stadium. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, orcas are
long ago.
Yeah, orcas are actually technically dolphins, not whales.
Yeah.
But I guess that works. So,
David wants to suggest that you brought your suntan lotion today. It's going to be toasty.
I am realizing now what a mistake I have made because I haven't been out in so long. So here's these statues. So these are actually windows into the Toyota Stadium, which is one of the Dolphin
that's the big one. Yeah, that's the big one. Yeah.
This is the big one. Let's see if it looks kind of grimy and hard to see.
Yes, it does.
No, they have a clean bot, so I think we're not going to see. Actually, the water looks really murky. I don't know how well this shows up, but you can just see like all kinds of poo floating in there.
I really hope there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
Lori Jean wants to know, are there any rides running today? Yeah, Lori, that's why we're here today.
Yes, I have not yet heard any screams, but the rides are running. This is the first time in over a year that these attractions have run. So, and there is going to be a dolphin show at, I think, 11:30. So they're already starting to seat it. You can kind of see a couple people in there. They do a really great job with the seating procedures. They require, they have like little dots on the ground. The greeters make sure that everyone is seated on the correct dots. And here's one of several entrances for the theater. There's kind of a main entrance that kind of butts up to the other theater as well. But this area, it's called Oasis Plaza, part of the land aspect of the park, and land, sea, and sky, and then DC Universe.
That just makes me want to see World of Color. Anyway, go on.
I have never actually been down here because my first time visiting was during the Marine World experience. And since there's no animals in this area, this was all gated off. So this is new to me.
Yeah, this was the first, like when they first started getting rides at Marine World, as it was owned by Premier Parks before it became Six Flags. This is the first area they like expanded into, and it's clearly the old parking lot. And I still think it's very obvious that it was. But Medusa was the first big one.
Okay, and Medusa is still here. I was reading, all about the history of the park.
Yep.
Some things have come and gone since it started adding rides, but Medusa's still here. There's
Kong,
right underneath. Kong's still here. We're right underneath the end of the Flash ride, which used to be called Vertical Velocity.
Yep.
And fun history about that ride. When they built it, it was a clone of the same attraction at Six Flags Great America in Illinois, the park that I grew up with.
Yep.
And it was too tall. Oh, here we go. Looks like Medusa's running. I think this is the first coaster I've seen dispatched. And we're about 25 minutes into park operation. I hear no screams, though, so I question if anyone's even on it. Batman is the newest ride. I see no heads. Batman is the newest ride. It opened summer 2019, so my guess is most of the people headed straight to DC Universe. And again, today is kind of an interesting scenario where it's only available for Six Flags members. Tomorrow, it's available for members and season pass holders, and then on today's Thursday or Wednesday?
Today's Thursday.
On Saturday, it opens up to the general public. So Saturday would be the first day, if you're not a member or a season pass holder, that you would be able to come into Six Flags Discovery Kingdom.
I'll have to go change the description later because I thought today was both pass holders and members.
You know what, it might be, but for some reason, I think on their website last night it said members. So this is called the Sky Screamer. It's a swing attraction, but obviously it's a lot taller than any swing attraction. So yeah, it's funny.
Daisy is a Vallejo resident, I'm guessing, because she said she wish I knew you guys were going to be there. I live right there.
Hi, Daisy.
Hi, Daisy.
Would have been next time I come here, we will try and advertise it better in advance and let you know, because I'm here solo today. I would love to have a riding buddy. This thing looks crazy.
Looks like a permanent carnival ride.
Yeah. This is one of the upcharge experiences, rock climbing wall. I don't see anyone manning it, so I don't think it's available today. But
I saw two people back there by that table, but I don't know if they're related to that.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like they were more there for the grill, for the little restaurant. We got Dippin' Dots. And then...
Oh, losing your audio a little bit here.
For a second. Are you still there?
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I got you.
Can you hear me and see me?
Yep, I could. Well, I can't see you, but I could hear you, and I got your picture. Yes.
You can hear me, and you can see the park.
Yes.
So here is the entrance to Kong.
Yep.
And obviously, King Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, I can't remember the order, is now streaming on HBO Max, a competitor of Disney Plus. And
I also want to point out that Kong has nothing to do with King Kong.
It is true, although it is, I believe, supposed to be gorilla themed, right?
Actually, I think you might be right on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So you can say that they didn't license anything, but yeah, that's it. This is a nice sign. I hadn't seen this before. Thank you, Healthcare Heroes roller coaster making the shape of a heart. That would probably hurt, but here's the entrance of Medusa. They've got a cool temple. I do see a couple people waiting in the queue up there. Lockers to take your stuff into. Hand sanitizer stations, pretty much all over the place.
Jonah wants to point out they'll be going back, excuse me, when they're vaccinated. Cannot wait.
That is very smart. Very smart. I haven't seen this before either. This is new to me.
Is that hand washing? Hand sanitizer.
It's a trash can with a hand sanitizer station built into it.
Interesting.
I'm gonna do that. Cool. Got my sanitization. I can only do one hand right now. I'm doing the 6. And there is a whole nother area with a lot more games. It looks like these games aren't open, but even during Marine World Experience, this other alley that just has like a ton of boardwalk style games had been operating. And it was really cute. During the winter, they had themed all of them. So one of them was like pick an ornament off a Christmas tree. It was kind of the same thing as like pick a duck out of the river and there's a collar on the bottom.
Yep.
So this was pick an ornament off a Christmas tree. They opened the ornament and inside was a color, and that determined what size prize you got.
Are you talking about the game area near the big food court?
Yes, it's just off the food court. I could have taken that as a different way to enter the park, but we wouldn't have gotten back here to...
No, that's fine.
Whatever Oasis, also known as the Land
Oasis
Park.
Plaza.
Oasis Plaza, also known as the sky part of the park. I'm sorry. Land, sea, and sky, and DC Universe.
Now, you started talking about V2. Do you want to finish?
Sure. So, if you are familiar with V2 coasters, which Six Flags has built several of them, and again, this is an exact clone of the one at Six Flags Great America in Illinois, Gurnee, Illinois. But they built it, and this whole thing that stretches over the main entrance went straight up in the air, corkscrewed, took you straight up. And turned out they broke Vallejo height requirement rule. And so the back end where it takes you up to launch you, they had to lower that. They had to cut off part of it. And then the part that goes straight up, they had to bend. So This is the only V2 that I'm aware of. It's now called the Flash, themed to the DC superhero. It's the only one that I'm aware of that instead of sending you straight up, sends you through a corkscrew and then out into space and then back.
And as such, it's the only one that has the inversion because none of them went upside down until this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It would take you upside down
Yep.
because, of course, you're going sideways instead of straight up.
Yep.
So, yeah, instead of a straight up corkscrew, you don't go upside down.
Lori Jean wants to remind everybody again that Six Flags Magic Mountain has also opened today with attractions.
Yeah, and that park I have not been to either. So I'm excited to.
I haven't been there since I
sometime.
was like 5.
Yeah, well, now that
Ask me about that park, I got nothing.
I was just gonna say, like, as a member of Six Flags now, we usually drive down when we go to the Southern California theme parks, and depending on what it looks like when those reopen, we have a trip plan, a road trip down to the Southern California area later in April, or actually beginning of May. And so we might end up going to Six Flags Magic Mountain because as a Six Flags member, I can guarantee I can get in there. I do not know if I will be able to visit Disneyland. I don't know if I'll be able to visit Universal. It'll all depend. Because I think the demand, there's so much pent-up demand.
Yep.
Who knows what Disneyland is planning to charge when they even announce what the ticket situation looks like. They have literally 29 days to figure that out. So,
do you think their membership offering will be done by then?
Oh, well, it sounded like from what they were saying that we won't have the membership launch with the park. It'll be a little while after.
Okay.
So I'm thinking not.
So if you're a big fan of Marine World Africa USA, which was long ago, one of their headlining new attractions in the early 90s was Dinosaur Hill. And they filled it with animatronic dinosaurs.
Oh, cool.
And then if you got up closer, when they first started putting rides at the park, the first two big things were what's called Looney Tunes Seaport. Now it was Popeye's Seaport, and a big 3D motion simulator theater called Dinosphere, which played a ride called Dino Island. And that was, I believe, up here on the right.
I was going to say, it's up here. It's an iWorks theater, Don iWorks.
Okay.
Son of iWorks, Disney legend. And the banner that I saw on it last time I was here was something like the Pacific Rim. Yeah, Pacific Rim 5D.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see that through the trees.
Yep.
Not currently operating, but that was the last attraction that ran in that theater. Formerly this Dino space.
Yep. It was really cool too because there's a part of the hill that overlooked the old parking lot, which is now Medusa and everything like that, and that's where the T-Rex was. So it was like coming up over the hill, like all those signature shots of Jurassic Park movies. Now the newer ones, I feel like got their inspiration because somebody went to Marine World back in the day.
Well, that would have been cool. Six Flags. this park actually does have a Jurassic Park connection, which is that they no longer have elephants, but the main sound of the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Was a baby elephant screaming, played backwards, and they recorded that here.
One of the elephants here too. The elephant's name was Marjorie, if I remember right. But she was a big draw, at least in the early '90s, late '80s, because she was used as one of the banthas in Star Wars.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yep.
Here's some cool Dolphin trash cans. Do you have anything to throw? And then, come on down to Six Flags. We got Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets. I'd like to. So that was not there in my youth. No.
Yeah. This is the other theater, which has a dolphin show as well. Previously at Orcas. Before we go over there, I'll show you some of the remnants of the signage that still shows Orcas. Character spots. I haven't seen any characters yet today, but the website
that's where they would be?
Yeah, they're usually in these spaces with a photo op, and then they currently have it closed. You can take a socially distant photo with them. Maybe we'll see some when we get over to Looney Tunes Seaport. This is called the Tasmanian Devil.
Yep. Spot on.
Does not look like it's operating today.
Lori Jean brings up a good point that I would like to also reiterate. California theme parks at this time, and basically until further notice, are only open for California residents. If you live, I'm going to do it again, Alex. I'm sorry. If you live in Kenosha, you can't get into a California theme park right now.
That is true. Yes, I'm sorry to any Kenoshans watching. You can't come. You also can't go to Six Flags Great America because they have not announced their reopening yet. I don't know what Illinois' holdup is, but someday.
I just want to point out that was a callback to a few nights ago. Alex and I did LP Movie Club and talking about Romeo and Juliet, and out of nowhere, I referenced Kenosha, not knowing Alex is from near Kenosha.
Yeah, I grew up on the Kenosha border, technically in Racine, and I went to college in Kenosha. And remember thinking Kenosha was cooler than Racine because, what's his name? Hulk, Bruce Banner from the Marvel universe is from there.
Cool.
The actor's name, Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. Okay. I thought he was from Buffalo.
Is from Kenosha. All right, so this is the Toyota Stadium, formerly where the orcas swam. And here is some stamped concrete.
Oh, yeah.
With orcas still. As far as I know, the last remnant of letting you know that this was once an orca stadium. It is, they do dolphin shows here and at the other stadium. And it's kind of funny because like the pool at this one is so much bigger. So you can kind of tell it was meant for something else. A couple of diverging paths over here. And some.
Speaking of Hulk, Mike says now he wants some Ruffalo wings.
Ooh.
I think he got onto my Buffalo joke. Thanks, Mike. Lori Jean, also again California residents, but we have a big hello from England from somebody named Hulk. So that threw me off because we were just talking.
Of the morning or evening, I can't do math on what time it would be over there. I'm guessing late at night.
It would be like probably like 7-ish, I think 7:30ish, depending on where in England. Yeah.
Yeah. This looks
PM.
Fun. This reminds me of something that they had at my Six Flags when I was growing up as a kid.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I might go ride that later. Probably would
do it
with the gimbal. Boomerang.
So that was the last thing I've ever done at this park.
This one?
It was Boomerang. No, it was Boomerang.
Oh, Boomerang.
And a little too much info. I was grossly hungover, and I've regretted every second of that.
Well,
Mike says, "Is that the Scrambler?" Yes, it is. I think it's even called the Scrambler.
This one is called the Scatabout.
Scatabout. Sorry.
It's a Scrambler style attraction. Boomerang does not look like it is operated. Ooh, we've got a Tata, a Putty Tat.
Sylvester?
Yeah, it's a classic Looney Tunes short. They still play these.
Oh, it's playing. I thought you meant
TV.
like you saw the character.
No, I wish. No, but probably breaking some kind of a streaming rule. But on the TV, they play a mix of like music videos, Looney Tunes shorts, and Cartoon Network content through their Warner Brothers license. So yes, here's Boomerang. Does not appear to be operating. And I believe I read that they were having technical issues with this one for a while anyway. The track also looks like some paint.
They've had technical issues since 1999 with that one. Mike Celestino, why aren't the rides running? I think they're just maybe waiting for people to get to them.
Yeah, I was going to say Scatabout. There was an attendant there, and there was just no one in line. This is a members-only day for Six Flags, so I'm guessing the crowds will be a lot less than they will be this weekend. But I also don't know what their capacity limits are. There's a tiger over there in the corner. I don't know if you can see it.
They were never this far out. Sorry, I'm just kind of blown away because they were all like limited to, and I kind of saw the sticker there too. There was a not huge, but a big expansion back in my day. I'm going to say that a lot today. It was called Tiger Island, and they were all kept, and it was like pretty much in the back of the park.
Yeah, so they have Tiger Island still, but I think they spread them out because this area up here is the theater. Where they do the tiger shows.
Yep. They used to do lions there as well. I don't know if they do still have lions.
They don't do a lion show, but they have at least a lioness who I saw last time I was here.
Mike wants to point out he likes that the Looney Tunes maintained the original aspect ratio.
Yes, that was.
And wants to make sure the tiger is wearing a mask.
The tiger was not wearing a mask, but also I feel like I can't get within 6 feet of the tiger. Here's the entrance to Odin's Temple of the Tiger.
Oh, that's a far better name than when it was. I think I knew it as like the Levi Stadium or something like. Well, no, that's the 49ers one.
Oh, funny. Yeah,
but it was like a sponsorship.
They haven't put a showtime on the sign, which makes me wonder if they're not doing shows for the Tigers today. But they were when I was here a month ago for the Renaissance Days. Limited time magic that has been extended.
Now, is the upcharge swing thing next to you there on the left? Is that open?
I do not see an
Okay.
operator there. So I'm going to guess the only upcharge experience they're offering right now is probably feeding the sea lions, which is one of my favorite things to
Okay.
do here. Also, I will say this swim wall hides what used to be the elephant area, I believe, and it is now like permanently a Fright Fest haunted house
Okay.
area that they just leave up all year round. Didn't
Okay.
operate last fall for obvious reasons.
Do you like that kind of stuff, Alex?
I do not. I am a
Okay.
jumpy guy, and I do not like it when somebody even like sneaks up behind me in the kitchen unknowingly and like didn't even mean to scare me. I jump. So those kinds of things for me are not good. Um, this was an area, a kiddie area that they added to theme to the elephants that are no longer here. Tava's Jungle Land. I think Tava was the name of one of their elephants.
I think it was one that was bred or raised there, if I remember right.
So we've got some exotic birds on display. There she is. There's a macaw up there. I think that's Rosita. Hi, Rosita. I've named her. I don't know if that's really her name.
I actually just found something out about Rosita. She's based on something, but not another bird.
Oh, funny. So it looks like some of these.
I'll get back to you on that. I'll look it up later.
I'm not really sure if you're supposed to go in there because like there's a kind of a gate, but it's half open. There's a kids' play area back here. I'm standing on what's usually a water play area.
Mm-hmm.
One of the fountains are on. And then last time I was here, all of the elephants on what's called Tava's Elephant Parade, but I call it Dumbo 3. They were all off, so it looks like they put them back on. So I'm guessing this will operate again someday. But it's probably just right now, there's just not enough people to warrant it.
I remember I saw pictures of like, I think Dollywood has that same exact elephant mold too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I thought that is that elephant, is that Dumbo 4?
Maybe Dumbo 4.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess there's more than 2 Dumbo.
Mike Celestino says they should run hand sanitizer through those fountains.
Ooh, that'd be a good idea.
That would be I'm thinking of the dynamics of that, like the fluidity of it and the viscosity and just it shooting everywhere. It would look like the old Nickelodeon stuff, but clear.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. They could dye it.
Now, I think you're kind of going that direction, but I remember when this thing opened. Is it still open?
Looks like it is closed. There's just a slight little rope that would never fly at Disney. But
yeah.
a couple trash cans and a little piece of chain to stop you from going in there.
So
I'm actually gonna circle back the other way though, because this is like a cut through to some of the other to part of the jungle area that will get a full view of the other way.
Okay.
But tell your story, sorry.
I was gonna say when the park first opened, or not park first opened, but when they first started adding rides, the big coasters were Kong and Boomerang, but this was like the piece of marketing was this ride. And everybody gets like, why are we gonna go on this thing? Because it spins and flips you at the same time. Like, I'm not gonna say violently, but it's designed to make somebody puke.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like it's designed to make you lose not only your lunch but all your change.
Yep. That's what the Tomb Raider ride was. The legendary Tomb Raider ride. I think it was at Kings Island. Was that same idea?
I think this is bits and pieces of what used to be a sign for whatever this was called.
Thank you, Looney. It was called Voodoo.
Voodoo. It has been very much removed. I don't know if you can see. There's like exposed nails hanging out of it.
Oh, so, wow.
I could get in there if I wanted to hurt
And it's not Florida. I can't blame it on the storm or something like that either.
No. We have had high winds though. But I doubt that was high winds. That looks man-ripped, but just not well done.
Hyan wants to know who's going tomorrow. And then Jacqueline Kennedy's adding that she is going to Six Flags Magic Mountain next week, with Mike saying he is too.
Cool. That's going to be fun. I'm excited to see that. Sometime.
Do they put up tents for Fright Fest?
Great question. I've never been to this park at Fright Fest. I did look through the app. So the app is a little janky. Oh, here you can see parts of the old elephant area through this fence. Don't know how much that reads. It looks like not well on my phone screen. But so on the app, it like lists attractions that are seasonal. So things like an ice skating rink for the holidays. It lists those even though they're not operating right now. And there's a couple places for Fright Fest that like you can kind of see where some of the other houses go. But again, Fright Fest is not my jam.
Now, is this the Enchanted Tiki Room I've heard so much about?
I think so. Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see the blue guy in there. He's up in the cage in the blue.
I think his name is Jose.
Box. Well, he has a hyacinth macaw.
Or is that Fritz?
I think so. I think Fritz is the green one. I don't want to put my finger anywhere near this thing. Trying to get the glare. I think Fritz is the green one. I want to find America's Funny some videos if I do. You know it.
We got to up that viewer count. Put the finger in.
I'm not doing that.
Don't actually do that. No, please do not.
No, thank you. Anybody want a Snickers?
Was there a Snickers or is there an ad?
It's an ad for Snickers.
Okay. They just found a random rogue Snickers somewhere.
No.
Mike wants to say he's excited that Justice League will be his first ride in a year if it's running. And then he's responding to because they're macaws. No, because of their claws.
My first ride in over a year. Oh wait, no, I can't say that because I did go to Florida in the fall. So I wrote some things. My first ride since the fall is probably going to be the new Batman ride, which we'll get to at the end because we haven't gone to the DC universe yet.
Cougar Rocks. Is that like Tarzan Rocks?
It is just like Tarzan Rocks. Where is she?
I don't remember there ever being cougars. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, she's up on top of the waterfall sleeping. I don't know if you can see her. I can't zoom in. But there's a waterfall back there. There's a cougar taking a little nap in the shade.
Jealous.
Yeah, looks nice. Hello. Over here is the wolf area. Oh, I see one through the fence, actually. I hadn't seen one before. Every time I'd come by, this area was pretty empty, but I just saw one pacing. Let's see if we can see one. Oh, and there's an animal encounter over here, actually. They do these kind of meet and greet encounters. Looks like a giant lizard, maybe a Komodo dragon.
So they still do stuff like that. Wow.
There's a wolf. There's actually two wolves. The other one's right over here. The one looks like a white wolf. The other one looks like he's gray.
So back in the day, and I know we've kind of talked about this before, I remember lizards and stuff like that, but they would also take out like tiger cubs and walk them through the park. And that kind of same idea.
Yeah, I saw an otter going for a walk.
An orangutan, I remember distinctly. A chimp, I remember distinctly. And a tiger, I remember distinctly.
So I don't believe they have any primates anymore.
Okay.
But last time I was here, I saw an otter going out for a walk, which was so cute. It had a posse of like 5 people with him, too.
Does it say what kind of wolves these are?
It says there's a gray wolf. The other one looks like a white wolf. I think this sign over here I might have missed. It says it. Hello, baby. Oh, no, both gray wolves with different shades.
So that's 2 shades. Where are the other 48?
Wow. That was not PC enough for Laughing Place, I think.
How was that? Yeah, if you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't. Let's move on.
All right, here's Tiger Island. Oh, my favorite part about Tiger Island, I don't know if they had these warnings. Do you remember any warnings about Tiger Island when you were?
Just that you would get wet.
Oh, okay. Well, what? I'm gonna go to the signs because oh, and I see a tiger, by the way.
I don't remember. That's not surprising. I don't remember those signs specifically, but because they would the trainers would encourage them to jump in the water and it would splash through on everybody.
Well, did you know about this when you were here before?
I do not recall that at all. I feel like I would have remembered that. That's funny.
Yep, you may get wet,
or maybe sprayed. That's why it was you may get wet, but they just didn't emphasize what
Tell
it
you
was.
what you were getting wet with.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see the tiger. He's right there. Big kitty. I always turn into Elmira
from Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toon. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
So you're gonna jump out of the car and like recruit all the animals to be part of your club? Cool.
And wear their fur as pajamas. One of the weird things I was
they're
told
your
from Tiny
obsession.
Toons, how I spent my summer vacation.
Yep.
And there's like no context used in it, but it gets stuck in my head all the time is when she's teaching her cat how to swim, and she's like, and kick and breathe, and kick and breathe, and she's just dunking him. All right, this is
it's so funny because I could quote so many other cartoons and Tiny Toons I loved, but every Tiny Toon memory I have stems from how I spent my summer vacation.
Well, and it's I think for me because like I watched that more than any single episode. I'm not seeing any lions today. There was a lioness here last time I visited. We've got giraffes.
Can you still feed them there?
You can still feed them. It's a upcharge experience, but
Yep.
There's a place down yonder we'll go over to.
I was gonna say before it was like a little almost like a deck or a balcony or something, and you would just get the little pellets out of the machine or whatever, and just here you go.
Yep, it's right there.
See, I kind of know what I'm talking about every now and then.
Yeah, I would say the one thing from Tiny Toons that I do quote all the time, because it was my favorite segment, was Baby Plucky. Oh, I see the lioness. Baby Plucky. And so, like, anytime I go in an elevator, I think, no, you push the button. I push the button. Elevator go down the hall. Or like mini golfing, ball go down the hall.
Oh, she's just chilling?
She's just chilling. She's feeling herself like a feline. Sorry, I had to. Some information about the African lion as opposed to the Indian lion. I don't think there is such a thing. I'm just, with elephants, it's always an African or an Indian elephant. So the two giraffes are coming together for a magic moment.
I remember there being more giraffes, but I know animals aren't usually Six Flags' forte.
I've also been told you used to be able to ride them. What's now the feeding area used to be the load zone.
I don't remember being able to ride giraffes there. I remember you could ride elephants, but I don't remember being able to ride giraffes.
Maybe he's remembering it wrong, but Benji has a memory of riding both an elephant and a giraffe here.
Maybe Benji hopped a fence he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, and it looks like the feeding area. I don't see any like dispensing machines. They do have plexiglass areas, but I believe when they were doing it this summer, it was the kind of thing where like you pay the person and they hand you a little bucket and then you go feed them. This one looks hungry.
Maybe in the 90s, people were overfeeding the giraffes.
That could be.
That could be why.
Here's a little frog hopper attraction. Looks like it's not operating today, but it's very cute. Reminds me of the rainforest.
Yep.
Makes me hungry or thirsty for a blue. What do they call those things? The blue drink.
I don't remember.
Sprite with like blue grenadine. I don't know what it is. Glacier water is what they call it at Yak and Yeti. It's the same thing. Here's a little house of reptiles. They call it Reptile Discovery. Oh, we're actually, okay, I see now. We're in the back of Tava's Jungle Land. We had entered the front of it before. And there was that gate where it looked like maybe I shouldn't be going through here.
Yeah.
Now I see that like I totally could have, but we would have missed all that.
Wait, hold on. Can you get the sign again?
Oh, yeah.
No, the one up on the roof.
Oh, Reptile Discovery.
Is that papyrus? That's papyrus.
Yeah, it's the Avatar thing.
It's the Avatar logo.
I know what you did. You've seen that sketch, right?
I have, yes.
Yes.
And now every time I see papyrus, I go, papyrus?
Yeah, I know what you did. Yes. Anyone who doesn't understand, look up, I'm sure if you search Saturday Night Live's papyrus font sketch.
Yep. I think if you just do SNL papyrus, it'll come up immediately.
Probably that too. I don't know though. Maybe there was like, because I know like Eddie Murphy used to do like King Tut. Oh, there's a snake here. is the first one I've been able to see. They blend in so well. That is an olive python. Here's one, a Taiwan beauty snake. Oh, you're gorgeous. Fabulous. Love the pet patterns.
What is this narration?
Oh, there's a video.
Okay.
We need to value and protect our coastal habitats. And this is a tremendously exciting way to do it.
Having a real day of discovery.
What'd you learn?
I learned that beauty snake is beautiful. What was it called? It wasn't called a beauty snake.
I don't
what
remember.
Was it? It was something silly, and it reminded me of Robin Williams.
Is that a sloth? What is that supposed to be?
I think this is supposed to be an ape. Maybe this was a monkey enclosure. Because you mentioned they used to have them.
They had orangutans and chimps.
Okay.
I think they had other little monkeys too.
I don't. They had the monkeys. I don't see the monkeys. Nairobi's lookout balloons. I hear the power. It's like charged, ready to go. We've got.
Is it self-serve?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yes. Hit the dispatch button and run and jump.
Yep. Hope for the best.
Hope for the best. Now this is kind of cute. It's these little like safari jeeps on a track.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the kind of thing where you have to like press the pedal to go or if it just does it for you. My eternal frustration with things like Autopia is you are bound by the speed of the person in front of you.
Yep. That looks like based on the bar, that it's powered the whole way. It's not anything you do.
Yeah, but very cute for kids. Yeah, and there's like 4 wheels. So like clearly you're not all steering. So
yep.
Mr. Toad wouldn't have given everybody a wheel.
Looney points out exactly what we were talking about earlier, vertical velocity. Vertical velocity is a great coaster, and I think it got better because of that height restriction when they had to tilt it on its side.
It?
Yep.
Because I've done the one, I grew up by Six Flags Great America, where the vertical velocity, I think that was the first one they ever put in anywhere. But I wasn't going to do it because I didn't like that one. But if you say it's worth doing.
So if you like being held upside down, then yes. If you don't like being reminded why a harness is there, maybe not the best idea.
5 years ago, I would have said yes. And then my body changed. And I need Dramamine now for a lot of things I didn't need it for in the past.
Little Looney said, scared me so much, thrilling.
Ooh. Well, I don't like the big thrills. I like the moderate thrills. Now, this is one of my favorite parts.
That's the only time I like being reminded a harness is on that coaster. Most other rides, like launch towers, I don't like those.
Yeah. Well, the Superman here is different from the Superman at Great America, but that's one of those ones. I think Mako is like this at SeaWorld.
Okay.
Where it like flips you onto your stomach.
Okay.
And
Manta.
So that one, it's just a constant like I'm hanging on by whatever's connecting this in, and I don't feel good about it. So this park is on a lake. They do have an auditorium that looks out onto the water. And they used to do stunt shows at one point in the 90s. I think they had a Batman stunt show.
When it first became Six Flags, it was a Batman show.
Cool. That would have been awesome.
Did they have do you know the name of that lake?
I don't know the name of the lake, no.
It's Chabot. And it always threw me off growing up because I grew up in Castro Valley, which also has Lake Chabot. So I thought they were connected. And I was like, just take a boat. We'll go to Marine World.
Well, and Chabot must have been a person because there's a lot of stuff around here named after Chabot.
Yep.
Like there's a university and everything. So it must have been a very influential early settler of the area. But I believe the stadium is called the Chabot Stadium.
I believe so, yeah. And that's probably why.
Or if you're not from around here, Chabot.
Yes. That's 1,000% true. If you hear somebody say it like that, they're not a local.
No. So this is one of my favorite areas of the park, though. I just love this walk around the lake. Very well taken care of. You know, agriculture team's doing a good job of, you know, it's not like floral like at Disney, which requires a lot of water. It's more eco-friendly, but you've got a lot of, you know, big grass plants, things that are pretty drought resistant because I don't know if you know this, we don't get much rain. You're here on a green day, very lovely. Usually everything's brown.
This area used to be probably one of my favorite parts of the park as well. I think you're coming up on it. There used to be a giant like butterfly greenhouse.
Oh, it's still here. Let's go into
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Because you can see the backside of water, and I love it.
That's right. You can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God. I forgot all about that. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, first time we came in the summer, and I was like, oh, it's a little bit of Disneyland. We got the backside of water.
You said that, and like I had a flashback to my youth.
You had an Anton Ego moment just now?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's part of the greenhouse with all the butterflies.
And then I think they got rid of it when there was when they added rides in the late 90s. But there was a big green hill, and I think it's where like some smaller rides are now. But
there are two smaller rides coming up, but we'll do the greenhouse first, the butterfly exhibit, and then if it's open actually, because it looks like the gift shop is closed, which I believe is the exit. But that's weird because this had been opened. I don't see any sign that says they're closed. But we'll go pull on the door and see what happens. Also, don't see a greeter inside. They're usually there to make sure you're not bringing anything in that you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Nope, we are closed.
No.
That's a bummer. Oh yeah, there's a sign now. There's your chance. All right. Well, we could have seen the backside of water. That's so weird because these were. It takes two people to operate. You need someone at the front to make sure no one's bringing in like drinks and stuff that could be poisonous to the butterflies. And then you have one person at the exit to make sure nobody brings a butterfly out with them by mistake. Make you do a spin around.
Yep.
I hear people on Thrilla Gorilla. This one I'm excited to ride. There used to be a ride at Six Flags Great America called the Hay Baler that was like this, where it kind of spins you around at an axis. You kind of go up and down hills while spinning.
It's like a Himalaya, right?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, a Himalaya is like it just spins around in a circle, but it like goes like over little bumps and stuff.
Okay, yes, that's it.
Yep. Okay.
So the one that I had growing up was called the Hay Baler. This one's called Thrilla Gorilla. Looks like heaps of fun. Here's one of those mask break zones. I see nobody using it. And then their version of the teacups is over here.
Monkey business.
Yes, monkey business.
Yep.
They got little monkeys on buckets. Looks like there's one family going in right now.
Rye Guy wants to say he wants to go there again, hopefully this summer. And Looney says, I still have a picture somewhere from the 90s of my sisters and I hanging out of the shark mouth. I have one as well of me and my mom on the back of the orca, like we're in the show.
Oh, funny. The orca is definitely not here, but the shark.
No, yep.
If I believe, I don't know because I wasn't here back then, but I'm assuming it's the same one you're talking about, and that's still there for photos.
I have a favor to ask of you when we get into this food court area because I cannot find any evidence of this on anywhere on the internet. I want to know if it still exists.
Okay.
Down by that big white tent, straight ahead of you, there were little podiums, and it was one of the first installations of the leapfrog fountains from Wet Design with same people who did the ones at Imagination at Epcot. And I want to know if they're still there, and if so, are they still presented by Crystal Geyser?
Let's go down and take a look. Also, if you want, you can pay once, eat all year in 2018. You can still do it, actually. Not limited to 2018. I just think it's funny. Like, real big, it says.
If you can still do it, get a sticker. But, oh, man.
What am I looking for?
So it would be, you're kind of on the side. It would be like in the front of this tent thing. Like probably up those little stairs. Yeah.
We're under the big top now. Benji and I ate lunch down there last time we were here. It's very quiet and peaceful.
I'm sure. Especially if you get closer to the lake.
Absolutely.
Based on what I'm seeing already, I'm going to say no. Because I'm pretty sure it would have been in front of each of these little... Yeah.
Got a hand washing station.
Yeah, no.
Looks like what you remember?
Nope.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
So we got JD Sports Bar and Grill. There's a nacho and burrito restaurant over there. And then
Well,
here's the
whose is
food
it?
court. Well, oh,
If
it
it's
just says
nachos, whose is it?
it's called Macho Nacho. So this is the games area. This connects back up to the front, but we're gonna just take a look and then we'll go back the way we
Okay.
came to get over to the shark area.
Is there a guy at the
lakes-
Hammerhead Shark ride right behind you?
I don't see any evidence that it's running, but I can hear the motors. So
Okay.
could be it's at power. But I see nobody there to make the magic happen. So and the thing here, it's like they can move around, so you can talk to the people and say, I want to play this specific game. They will get it running for you. And
Some DC plush.
A lot of DC plush, yes. That's the big license. Hello. Good, how are you? Good. Got some pineapples. Bumper
I've seen
buggy.
more staff in this area than the entire walk so far.
I'm sorry?
I've seen
Yeah,
more
I know.
staff. Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. They are the what was it? Buffalo Wings.
Ruffalo wings, yes.
Boardwalk bumper buggies. I don't think there's enough people to bump to operate. And then there's the tree at the center. So
Okay.
this was one of the options we could have taken when we came into the park. Looks like the swings are not operational. I see a maintenance something or other. So
Yep.
but these are aquatic themed swings.
Yep. It's fun because again, going back to as I knew it, there was the first year where they first added rides, which was Popeye Seaport and Dinosphere.
Uh-huh.
And then when Premier Parks took over, when Premier Parks took over, there was what I call the first batch of rides, and how many of them are still there is what's funny to me. The swings being one of them, Hammerhead Sharks, another one of them, and then eventually Six Flags bought it, or Six Flags took over Premier Parks and got all their assets, including Marine World, now Discovery Kingdom, and it's interesting to see what kept and what is gone now.
Yeah. There's a little kitty carousel. The play area. This was all closed off last time I came too, so I couldn't come in and see any of the Looney Tunes Seaport.
The building next to you on your left, that was I don't know what this is in the Looney Tunes context, but it was Popeye
cold delivery.
It's like a big ball pit kind of thing, with the little compressed air guns to shoot the balls at everybody. But it used to be Popeye's Spinach Factory.
Oh, okay. It does.
And all the balls were green.
Obviously very nautical. There's a kiddie coaster called the Roadrunner Express.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. And yeah, if you go online, you can see pictures of this place when it was still Popeyes. Foghorn Leghorns, Seaport Railway. So a little kiddie train. Got a little play area. Looks closed right now. They've got actually a gate up here stopping you from going in, but Bugs Bunny's little burrow.
I'm starting to see in this area something I haven't seen yet on the walk today, and that's other people.
Yeah, this area, obviously being very kid-friendly, is the crowded area. I'm guessing DC Universe is also going to be pretty crowded. I'm curious if this attraction's not long for this world or due for
I was wondering that myself. I just didn't want to say it.
Yeah, it's become a hot button issue for some people. I think it's just my assumption, having never been to France, is that's just how Frenchmen are. Hello,
Phoenix says hi. Hi, Phoenix.
Oh no, guys, this isn't good. He's broken out.
Oh. Maybe he's in that meet and greet area by his aptly named attraction.
Maybe. The sign for Elmer's weather balloon service has been taken down. It looks like the weather balloons have been opened, so that one's definitely closed. Here is Elmer. Looks like
Is that a lemon? What is that?
that, I think, is an anchor, like a big round
Okay.
anchor. Maybe it was an olive back when it was Popeye. And then obviously supports for something that has disappeared. This I always thought of as kind of the main entrance. This is like the money shot for a photo of the Looney Tunes Seaport. There is also
In fact,
a
I think
water
that is
ride.
the main entrance.
I think it is, yeah. It also could be the main exit. Bugs Bunny's due for a layer of paint.
Because up ahead's the big boat ride, right?
The big boat ride is over here. I see no water in the flume.
Oh, yeah,
So
no, nothing.
Looks like that's those, and that's the main entrance as well. So this is kind of a good walkway over to the Sea Lion Stadium. There's a penguin encounter. That's where the you can feed some seals and sea lions, and then that leads over to DC Universe. But I do want to take you back over to the food court just so you can see what that's become.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
a stage over here.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, they usually do little Looney Tunes shows there. But I'm doubting they're doing any today. Taz swings. Bugs Buccaneers, a little boat that kind of rocks back and forth. It's an attraction over there.
Nancy just got on. She wants to know, are there any shows or is it just the rides?
So there are a couple of shows. They didn't hand out a show schedule today, though. And some of the theaters that I walked past did not have the show times on it, like the Odin's Temple of Tigers. Didn't list any show times for today.
Because at one point we heard a dolphin show going on, too.
Yeah, they were seating a dolphin show shortly after I entered. Looks like the facade of Bugs Bunny's house, maybe. Actually, I'm not sure who that might be. Probably with Popeye's house. We just left it.
Probably. Well, even then, back in the day, that area was a little grassy area, if I remember right, but it had a giant blue whale. And that blue whale was a giant ball pit. And that was it. And that was like the kid attraction of Marine World.
Fun.
Marine World, Africa, USA.
Yeah. Yeah, because those two things go together. Well, I mean, there are coasts on Africa.
I was going to say, there are, this is a Google, but just to summarize it, it was Marine World teamed up with another, Marine World in Mountain View teamed up with another group of land animals, of like lion preservation and everything like that. And then they combined into Marine World Africa USA and then outgrew their Mountain View location and moved up to Vallejo.
Yeah, and I believe there was also like a thing where Mountain View was going to charge them a lot more.
Something like that, yeah.
Or actually, I don't think it was Mountain View. It was over the Golden Gate Bridge. Into like Marin, I think. You've got the Googles. You know best. Here's that shark. Now this train borders this big building that has shark tanks. Wow. And I believe they have not opened at all since the park opened. But if this is open, we're going to go in. That'll be new to me. So I'm assuming this is the shark head we were talking about.
No, it was a photo spot. I mean, I'm not Looney or whoever it was, but there was a photo spot where it's like the shark coming out of the water and you could put somebody in the shark's mouth.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the first Africa USA, it was actually a group called Africa USA, and it was north of LA. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, sorry. The Marine World Africa USA site occupied 66 acres of reclaimed tidelands of San Francisco Bay within the confines of the Redwood Shores district of Redwood City.
Ah, there you go. Cuckoo-choo.
The original location is now occupied by the world headquarters of the Oracle Corporation.
Oh. So here's the food court. You got seaside sandwiches.
Donna, thank you, Donna. Where were you a minute ago? Actually, Redwood City. Redwood City between San Mateo and Dumbarton Bridges. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you for correcting our falsehoods.
Who needs Google when we got Donna?
Primo's Pizzeria presented by Coca-Cola. Chopsticks, which have not been open any of the times I've come. And then Skipper Seymour Cot, which I don't know why, but every time I hear it, I think in my head Seymour Coot. Is that something from Disney? Or am I
sounds like a Simpsons name more than anything.
You know what? You're probably right. It's probably a Simpsons thing, which is now Disney. So I'm right.
So here's a Disney connection.
I'm seeing people come out of the shark thing, so maybe we enter on the other side.
Go ahead. I promise you we're going to lose you in there if we go.
Then we won't.
But
I'll do that by myself later.
Yeah, because it's the underwater tubes and everything like that. And,
oh yeah.
That is if you want to go into Disney connection, it was in that building that filmmaker Andrew Stanton got his inspiration for Finding Nemo. I almost said Dory.
No.
Yep.
So when I said Shark Tank before, and I went ooh ha ha, I was
Yep.
right.
Oh yeah. Yep. Perfect. I didn't catch that. I was probably looking up the location, but yes, yeah, that's he talks about going to Marine World with his kid and going like, I wonder if we could recreate this world in some way. And Finding Nemo.
Cool.
That was a good Crush impression too.
Thank you. Oh, we've got the Roadrunner Express on a descent. Looks like they're seating every other vehicle.
That's the second coaster we've seen going today.
What a thrill. Look at that.
Now, would you be allowed to ride that one, or is it kids only?
They might let me, but for the number of looks I would be receiving if I did, I think I'm okay. There's that Foghorn train. So got family boarding that now. Very cute. I do love Looney Tunes. That's weird. I saw families coming out of the shark screen. I really just want to know if it's open because there is this little another kiddie area. They have a train that's clearly not operating. They got these things called the air penguins, and there's a big gate in front of it, preventing you from getting into there.
What is it?
A gate?
Your signal's cutting out a little bit, but what is the gate blocking?
Oh, it's blocking you from getting into Seaside Junction. There's a little helicopter ride, it's like a little kiddie area, and then there's a train, which is not operating.
Got it.
Apparently.
I'm willing to bet, because very briefly, this park had a Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes, area. Actually, that was it. That was the Thomas area.
And that was after my time.
Yes. It was weird because like the Thomas area came after the Six Flags acquisition. Like that was a Six Flags thing they put in. And then for some reason, I think it was a Warner Brothers thing. Warner Brothers said like, we want to be the only licensed property in Six Flags parks. So they pulled out anything that wasn't Warner Brothers. So now any licensed attractions would be themed to DC and Looney Tunes characters.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can think of some other Warner Brothers content, but not sure if it would be there. Yeah, there you go, Chabot Stadium.
Yep. This would be the entrance to that big area.
Now I want you to linger, but I don't think it'll happen. But I want you to linger and see if we could hear anybody say Chabot.
It's actually a smoking area, and it's like all I can smell right now.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. Here's the entrance to DC Universe. We'll loop around here and do some of the aquatic things, and then go in there, where we will wrap up our stream. We've gone over time a little bit. Last time I was here, they had stingrays. They've now blocked off the entrance and covered it up with a tent. So I'm going to guess the rays have moved. But that was cool. This was also one of those places where you could potentially touch a stingray with
Poker's Cove
supervision.
One of the things I lament, I'm of the fan base, I'm sure this will be a surprise to you, of Marine World Africa USA that like laments the Six Flags takeover. And one of the big reasons is I believe this area used to be a branch of the Marine Mammal Research Center, which is from the North Bay. And it was very scientific, very educational. And now it's DC Universe and a couple of tanks.
Yeah, no penguins out today. Every other time I've come, there have been like 20 penguins over here, which is always very cute. Here's
Penguin Passage.
Yeah, is the Sea Lion Stadium, and they do have show times today.
Nice.
Looks like they're running at 12:15 and 4:30. So if our friend who was asking about the shows, Sea Lion show is definitely happening, Dolphin show is definitely happening, but I didn't see Tiger shows. I didn't see any times outside that theater. And unlike at Disney, there's not like endless opportunities to get a times guide. You kind of have to get one right when you come in, and they're not out and about. You have to like ask for them.
Or the app,
So,
right?
the app does have them in there too. I'm just using my phone. Yes, the app has it. The website has it. Here is Seal Cove. Now, this is one of my favorite things you can purchase.
This was absolutely one of my favorite things of this park too.
Yeah, you can purchase fish and then feed them. And when you do that, they all come out at the same time. It's $6 to do the feeding.
This is one of those things where I also remember this area being bigger, but that just shows you that I did it as a kid.
Hi. I don't have any food. I'm so sorry. You don't huff at me. I'm so sorry. I wish I had something for you. I'll come back later, I promise. Oh, he's still here. Hi. Hello, you are beautiful. I love you. Hi, gorgeous. I'm making you internet famous. Looks like I lost you for a second. Can you hear me?
I was laughing, but I got you. Your signal broke a little bit, but we're good.
My screen went dark.
Oh yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah, my screen went dark for a moment.
Yeah, we did have a still of the sea lion and the cable between you and him, but we're good.
She was such a flirt.
Lori Jean wants to point out, I don't know, did we get a date on this? Maybe I haven't been paying attention to my feed while I've been streaming with you. Disneyland Paris staying closed till June.
I know they announced, I think, I can't say for sure that it was June, but I know they were originally announced that they were closed until March, and then they extended that. But I'm sure laughingplace.com has the answer.
Absolutely.
I just don't want to give the wrong information.
Looney wants to point out, last time we were there, the Penguin Dude, which is the official name of a Penguin team member, the Penguin Dudes, told us one of the penguins was in the 51st Dates movie.
Yeah, and actually they filmed parts of that movie here. In that movie, what's his name? Bilbo or Frodo? Samwise Gamgee.
Oh, Sean Astin. Sean Astin?
Sean Astin, yeah. Thank you, of Goonies fame. Yeah, he played like an aquatic park animal trainer, and this is the park that they used, even though that film took place in Hawaii.
And this is the DC universe.
DC universe, yes, and this big pillar letting you know you're coming in does have characters on both sides. When I was here last, they put the gate to block the entrance just past us, so I was able to come around. Oh, there's a good John Williams music. So on the other side, we've got the villains.
Oh, nice. Now, is there an AC universe?
Catwoman.
Or is it just the direct current universe?
I'm sorry, what was that joke?
It was a bad joke. I said, is there an AC universe, or is it just a direct current universe? It's an electricity joke. So. It's an electricity joke. Don't worry. We'll move on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You're so clever. Now, this wooden roller coaster, this I've heard some complaints about, but I do want to try it if it's running. I don't see any track going. But it's now Joker.
So
it was a real wooden coaster.
Yeah, it was called Roar. And it was...
Yeah, it was Roar, a real wooden coaster. And the only one in the Bay Area, I believe.
Not counting Santa Cruz. Or the Grizzly at Great America.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But
I just read something online, like people were really upset when they changed it.
Yeah, when it first opened, it was amazing. And then it became rough, like because of like lack of maintenance and all the usual stuff. It became really, really rough and garnered more complaints than it needed. And then they, if you're a coaster buff, it got the RMC treatment, which is a company called Rocky Mountain Construction, that basically makes it a hybrid steel and wooden coaster, similar to what Twisted Colossus did at Magic Mountain. But so now it's inversions and all kinds of stuff. But it's still the structure of Roar to an extent.
Gotcha.
But
Well,
Roar was phenomenal.
Looks like Flash is not operating.
Bummer.
It's actually a mass break zone. So I'm guessing
Okay.
there's not really plans to operate it. And the Joker is laughing at it. Joker's main entrance looks kind of fun. You know, if you like clowns. Here's the Penguin water ride. Get your wet.
Looney wants to point out the pillar arch looks new. They don't remember that. And the Joker ride broke down so many times we couldn't ride it when we were there last.
Well, it just dispatched.
I saw it go
heard
by,
people
I thought.
through. Yeah, so that is running as you enter through this lovely clown mouth. So I'm guessing there's at least a percentage of people who don't ride because of that.
Yeah.
This is
What do you think the
entrance.
percentage is?
I'm gonna guess 10%.
I would have a little
10%.
lower. I would have said 7 to 8% probably get turned away at the entrance immediately.
I'm rounding to the, they might just even like walk out of the park. Yeah, here's the entrance to Batman, which even though this is a different ride, I've been to several Six Flags with Batman parks, they still call it Batman the Ride. And this is a new coaster concept. This one just opened in 2019. It's the newest ride at the park. And as you can see, there's seats of 2. Looks like it can do 8 passengers at a time. And once you get to the top of this hill, it sets you free. And you tumble all around. I hear screams. Yeah, they're having such a good time.
Are they?
I don't know. I'm going to try it. This is on my take Dramamine and ride list.
Jonah, the DC Universe sign is new as of 2020, he says.
Oh,
and then
cool.
Anonymous, are all the rides open? Some are. A lot of them are.
We've seen quite a few that are not, in fact, operating today. This is cool. This you can see from the walk from the parking lot, this Batman statue.
Okay.
There he is. Looks like the Dark Knight era.
And behind it there, what is that?
What are you looking at? Oh, that's
Behind
the exit
Batman.
to the ride. That's the
Okay.
exit to the ride.
Well, no, because I see the cars back there.
Oh, yeah, that's outside. There's a news van. Yeah, I think that's all the media vans and stuff.
Because I remember at one point down here, there was a go-kart track.
Yeah, so Batman is on the footprint of the old go-kart track. And in fact, if anyone can do this, if you go download the Six Flags Discovery Kingdom app, the map still shows go-karts there.
But they are not.
Yeah. Harley Quinn's Crazy Coaster has a doomed history. And even though there's no rope up, she's not running. There she is. Very sad. Daily Planet.
Anonymous has a good question. If you're going to ride with someone, can they go with you in the ride, or do they have to be separated? It is my understanding, Alex, you're the one who's there, though, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it is my understanding, no, in general, I think. You don't, if it's your same travel party, you could ride together, but if it's, you will not be sitting by strangers or anything like that.
Exactly. And then over here, they've got this cool kind of walkway of villains from Superman, including Lex Luthor in a bionic suit. I would say, as big of a Superman fan as I am, I don't remember that from any of the movies or Smallville. It just went backwards. I don't know if you saw that.
That's supposed to happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was more track for it to go on.
If you keep watching, it'll do it again. There you go.
I'm gonna do it.
And then up and through.
Yeah, they made it.
I want to isolate that sound bait though. Uh-oh.
I was really worried for a moment.
I'm sorry. It gets funnier the more I
Hey.
think about it.
These things get stuck sometimes.
They do.
Oh, no,
They do.
Oh, no. Where are you going?
Jacob wants to know, is Medusa open? Earlier,
Medusa was open, yeah.
It was open when we first saw it, or when we first walked by that. We did that very early on in the stream. It's a very large park,
Yeah.
but we saw
Actually,
that
you
early
can
on,
see
and Medusa was running.
We've really come full circle. I can't walk over there without exiting the park or walking a long way. But the last attraction before you hit the main entrance again through a gate is Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth. I think she is not operating. And I believe this one was built in 1984.
If it was in 84, it wasn't here in 84.
That's a joke because of the last movie.
Oh, that's funny.
I made a joke. Oh, there's actually a lady. I think it's not one of those. They've got a little gate up. It's a great location.
Is that the same as the Tasmanian Devil one?
I think it's different. I think the Tasmanian Devil keeps you inside, and this one faces you outside.
That's vastly different, Alex.
Or
yes.
else maybe. But I haven't done either. Oh, I hear a sounds like Joker broken down. You guys were just talking about. I blame you guys.
I heard the psh noise.
I heard an announcer saying, like, sorry, folks, please stay seated. So, yeah, this is where all the action is. The rest of the park is pretty barren.
From the, if you were to look at the map from above, you were pretty much right by the park entrance, right? Right there?
Oh, yeah. It's just, I mean, there's Medusa.
But you can't get to it. You have to go back around.
Right, because if you went out that way, like if you jumped a fence, you would be outside of the main entrance.
Yep.
Which is like sandwiched in here. If I can find another park map, we can end on that. Just showing the cockamamie layout of how this park kind of grew out of Marine World.
I was like, I will defend the park. It was not ever designed like that intentionally. It was just when somebody took over and decided to add things to it. There was no rhyme or reason to them adding things to it.
Yeah, because this was a parking, like we're literally standing on what was a parking lot.
Yep. We did see this going. Is the Joker open? And we thought we saw it go by, right? Or was that the one we just heard the announcement from?
It did go by, and then there's another announcement right now. There's a train in the dispatch station, I think. They're actually... That might be like an unload station. This is where over here is where they load. There's another train up there.
Lee Leonidas says he sees you. They're on Joker.
Oh, funny. Are you Lee Leonidas? Oh, okay. Someone commented that they see me, and I'm like...
I think they're on the ride.
I feel like Joker's watching me.
Maybe they're laughing about it.
They're probably laughing about it.
On the side of the coaster.
So I'm sitting here wondering what's going on. There's that lovely entrance. Look how good it looks.
Now, if you stare long enough, viewers at home, and watch it from a projector screen, it'll flicker, 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 and then that'll come out at you, right? If you've seen it. Yes. I don't know if you've seen it. Okay. Lee, you walked past us in line.
Great. Oh, funny. Well, nice to see you. Yeah, there's a sewer grate right there if you want me to go pop into it and see what happens.
I prefer you didn't.
Okay.
Unless you're wearing that big yellow raincoat, in which case, yes. What about Cobra? Is that ride open? That, if memory reminds me, that's down by Medusa. Did you see that one?
I'm sorry, it broke up. What was that again?
Cobra, is that ride open? That was down by Medusa, but I don't know if we saw it. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Cobra's the kiddie coaster. I didn't see a gate up in front of it, but I also didn't see anybody on it. It wasn't running. But I think Cobra's the kiddie coaster over in that section.
Bearflux, it doesn't, now Alex, you can correct me, but from what I've seen, it doesn't look like there's a lot of people, but where there are people, they are isolated to those areas. Like DC Universe is pretty crowded.
And Looney Tunes
Seaport was pretty busy. But like if you went back in the annual area or down by Medusa, there was hardly anybody there.
Exactly, yeah. Those areas were very sparse. I will also say, like, the main entrance getting in, I got here right at 11 to be here at rope drop, and they didn't lift up the gate until like 11:03 or 4, and then it was kind of a slow process getting everyone in, And what's funny is they had the social distance markers going out maybe 20 feet, but you had over 100 feet of people lined up. So, and then by that point, since nobody had been social distancing or told to social distance, it just became kind of a free for all. Here's a map, if I can get over there without making people angry.
Just waiting for traffic.
I'm really, literally waiting for traffic to clear.
Now, with that safety vest, was that a team member?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not a guest. There was a couple of little boys.
I've seen a couple of them, and I've been meaning to ask, but
yeah, if we work here. So here's the main entrance. That's where you go in. There's Wonder Woman, Lasso of Truth, where we just were, and Superman. Yep. There's Medusa. So from the parking lot, which is off the map, you can walk or take the tram, and basically you come like into the park. Like that's quite a lot of park that you've kind of gone into through an outdoor corridor before you get to the entrance. So it's kind of a funky layout.
Bearflex, excuse me. I always said Bowflex. We're not sponsored by them. What is the longest wait for a ride?
That's a great question. I want to say it looked like the Joker had the longest.
It looked like Joker.
queue,
yeah.
But they don't, as far as I can tell, post wait times. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything clearly marked like you get at Disney or Universal, or not saying, your expected wait time from this point is bleep.
Anonymous wants to know, do you think there's more than 200 people there?
Yes. Yeah, definitely more than 200 people. I would say we easily had over 200 people like outside the gate at 11 waiting to get in. But I would say there's probably less than 2,000 people here. Those numbers, when you actually like see what they look like, it never looks as big as you think 1,000 people would look like. If you'll go into like 1,000-seat theater and be like, oh, this doesn't feel like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's probably around 2,000 people in the park today. Again, this is their first day reopened. It's exclusive for Six Flags members and maybe season pass holders. So it's a special day. First day back in business with rides.
Cool. Well, that said, we've seen the whole park now. Are we going back to the front or okay?
I'm just gonna head that way, but we can wrap up whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let's. You must be this rad to ride.
Yeah, it's a Toyota.
I see that.
The new RAV4.
Is it
2019 model?
Okay, that's my question. That was what year car?
Yeah. The fine print said 2019.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us on our live walk and talk from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Although I was calling it Marine World the whole time, but it's Discovery Kingdom.
Hey, Alex they reopened as the Marine World Experience.
Yes.
Over the summer.
That's all history. If you are just joining us, go back and watch. We'll nerd out about it a little bit. What is that? Is that swinging ride making that noise? Okay.
Yes, this little boat. I think it's the brakes on that. Keep making the sound. Ooh, so nice.
Bearflux, thank you so much. Calling us a very cool stream. Absolutely. If you like streams like this, whenever we go live, just get notified, ring that bell, hit the like button, subscribe means a lot to us, and you'll be notified whenever we go live from a park. We have so many more coming up. We're going to be at Magic Kingdom tomorrow. I know we'll be down at the Southern California counterpart, Six Flags Magic Mountain next week sometime. Alex, you're going to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk soon.
Yeah, next Thursday, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. But later today, actually in just a few minutes, we'll be doing Star Wars headlines with our own Mike Celestino, talking about all the latest news. And for some reason, I'll be joining him. So that's going to be very fun.
Because I was not available.
Yes. Well, you're doing stuff. You got some rides to go on.
Coming and then full circle too. Remember when I talked about the turkey legs?
Oh yeah.
They moved.
But so they're still there. Good to know.
They're still here.
Donna, thank you. Always Marine World to both of us. Thank you, Donna. Later on tonight at 4:00, 7:00 Eastern, LPTV Club. You'll see my ugly mug again, along with Benji and Mike talking about our latest TV episodes of the shows we've been watching from the Disney canon. from Six Flags Marine World, or sorry, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Alex, enjoy the rest of your day. Pop some pills, go on some rides. Let me know what it's like. I forget that dog's name, but I love it.
I think
Where's
it's
Marvin?
Astro. He's Marvin the Martian's dog.
Yeah. Astro's from the Jetsons. They might be the same.
I think he is also named Astro.
I'm going to look that up. All right. So long, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye.